Ekta Takrani. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we will continue with History Chapter 2 of Class 9, that is Socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. So let me just remind you, this is the third video of the chapter. We have already discussed before the introduction what the socialism is. Then we talked about different groups who were fighting for the change. Okay, that time as the people were influenced by the French Revolution, everybody was fighting for the change. But different groups were having different ideas, and the different groups were liberals, radicals and conservatives. This is all we have studied so far. Now let us move to the next topic. As I have told you, this is a period of change, social, economic and political change. So how these changes, how this particular period affected the industrial sector. Here basically only we are going to talk about the industrial society, how the changes took place in industrial society. So the topic is industrial society and social change. Let us see what happened. In that time, the industries were developing, cities were developing, industrialized regions were developing, railways were expanding. Altogether, we can say what was happening? Industrial revolution, development in industries. Okay, I hope this much is clear. Later on, what I told you is industrialization leads to urbanization. What this line says is, when the industries are developing, the region is there where industries are developing, people from different corners will move towards the industries, right? They will get work, so they will move towards these areas. So that is what urbanization. So this industries attracted many men, women and children. They were rushing towards the industries to get the work. Okay, work is there. More than enough work is there. They were getting work, but they were getting poor wages. The working hours were more and wages were too less. And even there was a time when they experienced unemployment also. When there is less demand of industrial goods, there was a problem of unemployment also. As I told you, industrialization, people from different corners are moving towards industries. So from where they will live? So the another problem is housing and sanitation. They were not getting proper housing and sanitation. So we can say we have seen different problems here, adding one after the other. Here one side there is development. Industrialization, industries are developing, that is a good thing. But when the cities developed, it leads to the problem of population gathering at one place, housing, sanitation, unemployment, all these problems were piled up together. Now we have to go for the solution. Who will work for on the solution is the groups, the social groups I told you in the last video, who are fighting for the change, liberals and radicals. Liberals and radicals, they started searching for the solutions. Now they have to work for the solutions. They have seen all these problems are taking place in industrial sector, so they started working for solution. One more thing, just you have to write it down, it's not mentioned here. That time the industries were owned by the particular individuals, private individuals. There was no role of the communities and the government. It was owned by the individuals. They were enjoying the profit, and the people who are working there, who are making the profit, were not getting fair wages. So the liberals and radicals, though they themselves were the property owners, liberals and radicals were also the property owners, but they opposed the privileges. They opposed the privileges the people enjoyed from birth. Okay, what they believed, let us see here, they opposed privileges. What they believed is, they believed in the value of individual effort. They believed that the people, the labor who are working there, who are helping us to make the profit, we have to work on their development. If the workers, laborers, if they are healthy and educated, they will bring benefit as a whole. They don't want that only the person who is investing should enjoy the profit. They believe the individuals who are working there should get the fair return. So they talked about their individual freedom, their health, their education, and they want that the individual's freedom should be ensured. Then the society will develop. According to them, the society will develop only when the freedom of individual is ensured. They believe in the power of individuals, the value of the individuals who are working in the factories and who are just making the profit, actually who are making the profit by working in the factories. Imagine if there are no workers, The capitalist will get profit without doing anything. The money will not make itself. They need people, they need labor to work on that. So this was initiated by liberals and radicals. They were spreading these ideas. Still, there is no success, but they support this idea. Many people, apart from this liberals and radicals, many nationalists. It is not only a social issue, it is a broader way, you can say it is a political and economic issue also. Okay, so they were now talking about the government, the political system that was existing in Europe in 1815. They want to put an end to the government. The existing government they had, they were not satisfied with the government. So all these nationalists, they decided, they were planning, discussing to put the end to the government that was existing in Europe in 1815. Okay, they started working on this. Whole Europe, everybody, everywhere. In France, you have already seen in France what happened with Louis XVI. A monarch was there, how he was thrown out. Who did? This revolutionaries, nationalists, all these people in Italy, in Germany, everywhere these revolutionaries started working to overthrow the monarch, the single-hand power who was ruling over the country. They want to put the end on the powers of the monarch. Little bit you have already seen in the first chapter, French Revolution. In Russian Revolution, we have not yet started. I will tell you the same story. The monarch will come, the cruelty of monarch will be there, and it will come to an end with the help of these revolutionaries and nationalists. They are fighting for the change, for the freedom. Why they are known as nationalists? Again, another question will come. Who are the nationalists? Nationalist is taken from the word nation, where you can proudly claim that yes, I belong to this nation, a free country. Nationalism, a feeling of patriotism, where you belong, where you feel respected and valued. So they want a nation where all citizens would have equal rights. Who are the nationalists? Who are having the idea where everybody is enjoying equal rights. So they were imagining and they were working for the nation where everybody is valued and everybody is enjoying equal rights. So this was the idea of nationalists. All over the Europe it was spreading. Okay, what success they got you have seen in French Revolution. In coming videos I will tell you what happened in Russian Revolution also. One example or one more example is shown here. That detail will be in the next class, that is in 10th class. We will study about the nationalism in Italy. Here the name is mentioned, but Giuseppe Mazzini, he brought unification of Italy, he brought freedom in Italy. He planned all these things, he worked for the nationalism with different people. He came together and planned a conspiracy and he brought freedom in Italy. All over the world people are talking about him and people are reading his writings. Even in India, people are inspired by Giuseppe Mazzini, who is a reason who brought unification of Italy. Italy was divided, it was also ruled by outsiders. So he brought freedom. Similarly, you will study nationalism in India also, how we achieved freedom. We were also under the colonial rule, so how freedom came in India, nationalism in India also is another important topic. So from here the ideas are coming from the French Revolution and they are spreading all over the Europe, all over the world. So this is all about the industrial change, then how nationalists were influenced and they were spreading the ideas. Next I will tell you finally how socialism came in Europe. Still socialism is not existing there. It is not an easy task to bring socialism in such a nation where people are not having freedom. It was difficult. It will come later on. Next video I will tell you how socialism came in Europe and the Russian Revolution. Till then you study this, prepare notes. Goodbye.